Hangout, we have a maximum of 10. So let me introduce everybody in the Hangout here really quick. Hey, good morning. It's Maria from the Fox 11 Newsroom here in Los Angeles. I've got AC Green, who is a very familiar face in the basketball world. And here in Southern California, AC is a two-time NBA champ here for the Lakers and does so much for the Boys and Girls Club and so many other charity groups and organizations around town. And we're going to talk to him about what he's doing today. If you're watching on air, by the way, make sure you plus and comment. I know you're watching. Please share the link, okay? I see the viewer count. Okay, let me introduce everybody. This is Ayub. He's hanging out with us from Leicester in England.
Right.
Dayano is in Reno. Hampton is in Canada, Calgary.
Hi,
Tom is in Italy. And Trev is in the UK as well. He's
awesome.
Right.
Hello, everybody.
So, AC, welcome back to the Fox 11 Newsroom. What's going on? What are you guys doing? I know you've got the Boys and Girls Club thing that you're doing some work with.
Yes, indeed. I mean, well, of course, all of us are really watching the Olympics right now. So
we were just talking about it.
We were. Am I right?
I think the British just got one more medal just now, right? And
gold. Yeah, we don't really count the gold, but yeah, nice. Cheers, Mom.
Yeah, very competitive though, and I said, still not as much as us, but I get it. We have over 400 million. Is that how many people in our country?
Just under about 380 or something like that.
Right, 300 million, and so therefore they're winning, is what Trevor's saying.
Well, no, we're third. But we've got to take some comfort in the fact
that relatively speaking, right? Relatively speaking. So anyway, yeah, lots of fun stuff going on at the Olympics, and we were just talking to Brian Ray, who performed with Sir Paul McCartney for the opening ceremony. Do you wish that you were there? Do you kind of wish that you were part of the whole competition?
That would be a fun event, to be able to take in the opening ceremony and just sort of just hang out for those few weeks would be awesome, actually.
Did you play with the team at one time?
No. I tried. I didn't make the team during my senior year in college, and so I did a select basketball team, but it wasn't the Olympic game. It was Pan American. But it was still fun and exciting. But this is just, I mean, I'm on my seat like,
really?
Come on, go kind of thing.
That's so fun. That's great. Daniela just walked in. She is in Portland.
Hi, good morning.
If you guys have any questions for AC, make sure you get my attention, of course, and I'll go to you. Ayub, hi. What's your question?
I'm just a longtime Lakers fan, so I just wanted to say hi and I just wonder. And I know it's completely off topic, but what are your thoughts for the next season?
I'm Steve Nash is here. New.
That's right.
Yeah.
Steve Nash from Suns.
Some new things are happening there, so that's exciting for us. It depends on really what the team we're going to have going into the season. That's really going to be the biggest thing. So I think, LA is really calm now because we're thinking, okay, is Dwight Howard coming? Is he not coming? What else is going to happen? But, you get into, really August and heading towards September, and now you're going to pretty much settle into what the team is going to be. So I'm excited. I think the guys are pretty much back to training now. Obviously Kobe's already into basketball shape, basically. And so it's going to be pretty much a lot of fun.
Anyone? No? Do you think Kobe's age is starting to be a factor in his playing over at the Lakers?
He's only going to get better.
Yeah.
I
mean, look at Nash. I mean, he's considered one of the veterans now in the industry, and look at him.
Oh yeah, I mean, these guys, because they've been around the block now, they sort of know how to play, smarter, not harder, and that's really the key to it. You just learn how to just get maximized with less effort.
Okay, I want. Yeah, you got one more.
I have one more question. Just getting back to point about the charity. What got you involved in it?
That back. Yep.
What got you involved in the charity? How did you get started with it?
Well, first of all, the Boys and Girls Club, I actually am an alum of the Boys and Girls Club, and so it started for me over 30 years ago. And so I'm from Portland, Oregon. And I think it's
Daniela.
Yes. Okay. So we have that in common.
Yeah. Go Beavers.
That's right. There you go. And so being an alum, 30 years, actually just recently inducted into the Hall of Fame for the Boys and Girls Club. There's a relationship with corporate, and it's really, really cool when you think of the relationship there, because they're really helping a lot of kids from these underserved areas, such as myself when I was coming up, to really further education. And they're putting, really they're really up in the ante right now. So what's really happening is they're putting almost over $1 million into scholarship awards. you know, for these kids to get a chance to go from the high school to the college, and really making their dreams come alive and come true. And so that's really what it's all about. You know, making life easier is what the program really is centered on right now, and it's really, really cool.
What can we do then as a community in order to help continue those efforts for the Boys and Girls Club?
You know, one, to get involved. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, it doesn't take money all the time. It just takes time.
Right.
You know, it's just let people know, you know, where you are, that you care, you know, that you want to get involved, even if it's volunteering online, if it's volunteering going out to an event, if it's volunteering, you know, I have basketball camps that I work a lot with the Boys and Girls Club, with the students there, and we have a lot of volunteers that come out and just give what they can. You know, sometimes, you know, your
you think
effort.
your first instinct is like, I don't have any money to give right
Right.
now, but it's way more than that.
Yeah, it is. It's so much more than that, and that's what really is kudos to, you know, a corporation, you know, as big as Toyota really is. When you see that they're really giving actually money in they have
In the time.
because they have a lot of their employees who really just like volunteering time and doing so much, and so I'm really excited about that. But that's the real answer. Just get involved where you can, how you can.
Well, thank you for doing what you do. I mean, it's inspiring, and it's so great for our kids. And there's a lot of kids, especially in our neighborhood here, who need the help, right, and the guidance.
Well, it's changed my life. I mean, I'm a prime example, honestly, of someone who needed some direction, just needed some outside support from that was inside the home, but I needed those other outside voices to come in and help me, and that's really why I'm doing it.
What else are you? How are you? What's going on in your life? What are you doing these days besides all the good that you're doing?
Well, that really centers really what I really love doing. My heart really beats and ticks, you know, with that. I mean, I have a youth foundation, the AC Green Youth Foundation, and it's been 24 years now that we've really been out, and I just love really helping kids and helping families really reach their next step, reach their next destination. Because for me, that's fulfilling, and then that's what I really like doing. And there's always business things, there's always other stuff that does go on, but the core of it is you just got to try and help someone. And that's what brings a smile on my face.
How'd you get to be so nice? You're like, you're really, I mean, honestly, you're so nice. Daniela, yeah, what's your question?
I actually first just want to say it's such a pleasure to meet you. I grew up, my grandfather was a senator down in San Bernardino County, and he had season tickets to the Lakers, and you were my grandmother's favorite. I just remember her screaming and cheering you on, so it brings back a lot of memories. Also, being a fan of random trivia, I have to ask you about your hiccups.
Hiccups?
I understand you had hiccups for years and years and years.
Right?
That's that small misprint.
Okay. Sometimes Wikipedia is not quite accurate.
Yeah.
So what?
There wasn't any chronic hiccups.
One day you had the hiccups and they interviewed you.
It was
good.
A real bad burrito. I won't say who it was from.
I pop in for half a second?
Not at all.
Hi.
Oh, I had read that, and I'm such a fan of random trivia. I had to know if it was true or not.
I just wanted to pop in for a second to say my first 15 years in the business was a sports producer, and this guy here is the nicest guy in sports. He's just absolutely a pleasure to deal with over the years, and it's great to see you again.
Okay, hold on. I got to get my $1.
How much? $1?
I mean, wow.
No, really.
No,
honestly, there were a lot
you.
of people that have sat here, and you just so nice. Like, it just exudes you.
Why not? You know, that, I mean, why get caught up or hung up on yourself or things you do? You know, there's so much more going forward, and so
it's infectious, though. But thank you. It makes me want to go and volunteer. Definitely.
Can I ask a question?
Oh yeah, Kempton. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. AC, did you find through basketball you were able to reach out to the kids, like boys and girls, and then have them open up to you to talk more about the other challenges that they face?
Kempton, yes, I think so, because there's a level of, you know, credibility and confidence that comes with, you know, sometimes notoriety. And I feel, you know, a person's gift does open up doors and avenues for them, but some of those doors and avenues, you know, is a trust. And so because people they see you on TV, but also they see the kind of things that you're doing, now kids really are more relaxed around you. They're more open to say, okay, you know what, you're a nice guy. You know, you listen to me. You sit down and sit beside me and we talk. And so therefore they want to hear more about what's going on and share their real life true stories.
I really wanted to ask this question, but I have to run back in the studio. Tony, if you don't mind finishing this, but, you know, there are a lot of negative stories in the news about people who take advantage of children when they go and they volunteer for these organizations. How do we keep the kids safe? How do we make sure that those security measures are in place so that those kinds of people aren't around our young kids? And when we talk about the Jerry Sandusky's in the world, do you know what I mean? And then I have to get up now because I can't hear the answer, but I'm going to watch the playback here. But Tony, did you hear my question? Okay.
AC, it's great to see you.
No, thanks, Tony. I appreciate it indeed.
Well, and I'm sure when you hear those kinds of stories, and I don't know that it's happening more, but certainly I think we're hearing about those kinds of things more. And I'm sure as someone who works with kids and who does so much good with kids, it has to break your heart.
Yeah, it does. It does. And it is a challenge out there because, you know, as much, you know, insurance coverage you have as agencies and things you do and you look into, and then at the same time as much background checks that you do on anyone that really comes into your facility or near your facility when there's kids involved, it's still one of those, you got to start, you know, you still try and use even common sense, you know, and believe your instincts. You know, everything is not detectable, you know, but at the same time, some things, they just maybe give you that feeling. It's better to be safe than sorry. You know, and that's sort of how I've, you know, operated within the last 24 years with our organization and with the Boys and Girls Club. It's the same way. It's so many precious lives out there that we know, that we're connected to. And you just, you know, it's every last one of them are heartbreaking. They come with enough challenges and enough baggage already, you know, and to have something like some kind of problem with an adult come into their life and pile on top of, I mean, the upside is really, really hard just to get them back on level one. You know, so yeah, it's a tough situation, but you know, you really got to just do all your background checking that you possibly can, and but don't forget your sixth sense, you know, and your common sense at that.
You know, you've been one athlete, and I'll let you go after this, but you've been one athlete who has really done not only so much for the sport, but has done so much for the community and has given back so much. Do you see more of that happening in sports today or less of it? And would you like to see a lot more of it than what's going on?
You know, I think there's a lot of good going on. You know, I think there's a lot of guys who are starting to get it, you know, starting to get the opportunity that they have, the role that they have, and the chance of influence that they have. Maybe it's a lot more behind the scenes. It's not because, you know, it's not what's on the front cover because it doesn't necessarily sell the good to mankind that you do a lot of times. But I'm encouraged by the fact that I see a lot of guys starting their own program, their own foundation, or getting a part of something like a Boys and Girls Club, and really say, you know what, I want to try and help that way. And that's encouraging to me because before, you know, there was still more of I want to do my own thing, you know, and that's, you know, that's the discouraging side of it. You're trying to get guys to get a paradigm shift and see a little bit more.
Well, you know what? You are certainly the perfect role model for that. We'd like to thank AC Green for joining us here in the Google Plus Hangout. If you'll take a quick picture, if you don't mind.
Let's do it.
Cool. All right. Thanks.
Thanks a lot, AC.
It's a pleasure to see you.
Thank you all.